Alright, mate, we need to have a conversation, Navy SEALs. This is very important and this is not a drill. The Chicago banks are the ones who are running the Echelon program. I followed the trail back, mate. Mr. O'Neil A. Brown is Dr. Chicago. Lori Lightfoot is the Beelzebub character. It's the Chicago Mafia involved with the banking complex there, right? I want you to understand what's going on, right? The Echelon program is what's ran through Godlike Productions. They're using an asset named Alejandro. Alejandro really wrote the Ray profile, so all that December ID crap and Ray, all this other crap, they claim is disinformation, mate. It's money laundering, right? Furthermore, you can look up the information publicly, right? It all leads back to Chicago. So, Navy SEALs. Since I've caught the criminals who've been defiling my holy name, it's time, mate. It's time that you all go and send some snipers and take care of the problem. I've done my full complete investigation upon these individuals who are not me, who've been stealing around the clock of things that never belonged to them to begin with. So, I want you to know that I've caught them wholeheartedly. It's time to serve them up an indictment or an arrest privately. Doesn't need to be publicly acknowledged, just like what I've been doing with the Office of Strategic Services. It's been operating in the background. But mate, it's time to take down the criminals, right? They misunderstand me wholeheartedly because I see these devils and demons and I totally destroy their asses every time, right? As you all know at the Navy, I am anti-corruption, right? So, the asset between Dr. Chicago, which is O'Neil A. Brown, and the Lori Lightfoot Beelzebub person is a woman who goes by the name of Sarah Blue, which is really just a code for Marilyn Monroe, which is really just banking complex codes that go back to Chicago, right? So again, that's the issue that I have with these individuals upon this planet, right? Money laundering and scheme to defraud is a big issue, right? Especially when done from a governmental position when dealing with mafiosi and compliance with the government and banks, right? So the fact of the matter is that they're money laundering on an entire Ponzi scheme. And I have many things against those types of financial crimes. When we at the Fed and the Bank of International Settlements at the very tippy top have been very open about our books and our bank balances, yet Chicago is still resorting to the same old tactics, and that is not a good thing. So they are in the process of doing an NGINX server, trying to cover up things for the Echelon program right now, trying to delete a lot of the work that we got together for the Chabod, for the files, for prosecutions. Chabod already has copies of the files. Just send an email over to them. You have my DIA codes, right? You can get access to it, and then you can go and arrest these individuals. No, this is not a drill. Yes, they committed criminality, and yes, they are going to jail. I caught them, mate. Game over.